Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors and horror movie fans of all ages, it is Aussieverse, and we are back, baby! Proudly sponsored by Comic Bookaroo. And what happens when you mix scheduled guests with different time zones all around the world? You get a shit show debacle. That's right. So not only are you joined by myself, Omnibo, but you're joined by the man that brings fear to every galaxy around him, the Sharif. But tonight we also have the human lobster. He's been on the show before. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Mr. Elan. How are you, dude?
Oh, I'm fantastic, thank you. Aussieverse for life, as always.
Well done.
From the womb to the tomb.
That's Matt. Matt's the one that did that. Good on you, Matt. We are still waiting for two more guests. One is saying that he's on the way any second, while the other one, I think he might be a no-show. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's written on my way. Okay. So everybody is late. Everybody is late.
Who is responsible for organising this, I wonder?
Yeah. Okay. Well, Elan, in the meantime, no, you know what? No, we're gonna have to wait for everybody for that. You know what? Sharif, just take 5 minutes, all right?
Yeah, I need a topic. Come on. I'll explain the evergreen list, shall we?
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
Okay, okay.
Two more people.
Hey!
From Heroes for Hire Comic Club.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Sorry, it's like
cold here. Do you two know each other?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about that, are we?
Okay, well, let's just wait for.
Right, so I'll try and explain the concept behind this. So everybody has three choices for their favorite horror films, and then we talk about them, we argue about them, we shit on other people's choices, and then eventually we have a vote in the end, and then we get only 4 end up in the final board. So we have to pick. We get 1 vote each for each person's choice, and then the winner of each choice. There should be a final 5 if there's 5 of us, and then we have to kick 1 person's choice from the group at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Elan, have you got all of this? Because that seems like a lot, and I'm really hoping you're going to be.
Well, I've only got some people's films, but I can keep track. I've got a notepad. I'll keep track.
All right, fantastic.
Okay.
So a lot of people have just joined the stream. So for those that have, this is the Evergreen Horror Movie List. Now, what does that mean exactly? Evergreen is a statement that is usually best described when it comes to collected editions or stories. We use that term and we say, like, for example, if I said to Sharif, hey, Sharif, what is your number 1 evergreen Spider-Man story? What that means is that I'm actually asking Sharif, what is the number 1 Spider-Man story that he thinks should always be accessible, always be in print, always be available from a library, and always just there for somebody to be able to read. And we are stealing that term and we are putting it towards our top horror movies. What are the most important horror movies that have ever happened, ever to have existed? Why are these horror movies that important? Why did we pick these certain horror movies? And as Elan just said, we get to shit on each other's answers. And then at the end, there will be a vote, and the deciding factor is the evergreen list of horror movies.
I think it's quite important to films as well, because we're seeing so much being depleted away with streaming. You know, films that aren't even accessible anymore, and with each and every format as well. You know, so going from to a VHS to a DVD, then to Blu-ray, how much has been diluted in terms of films as well. Yeah.
It's funny you say that actually because there's a bit of an age gap between me and my partner, right? So I'm constantly showing her things that I think everybody needs to see, right?
Yeah.
And after 7 years, it's getting to not like the must sees, but just the things that I think you should see, right? And I wanted her to watch Cocoon, right?
Okay.
Ron Howard's Cocoon. And when I went to find it, I couldn't find it anywhere. But I could find Cocoon 2 on Disney Plus, right?
Okay.
And I've Googled it and I found out the reason why you can't get Cocoon on streaming is because there was a legal battle with the music rights.
Yeah.
That was never disputed. It was never sorted out. And the end result is you cannot stream Cocoon whatsoever. And the only way you can watch it is if you buy yourself a physical copy.
Because kind of like what happened with Dogma, except it wasn't the music. It was just that Miramax wouldn't give Kevin Smith the rights back.
Yeah, right. Which is just weird, right? Like, I mean, like I get it. Like, I understand the logic behind it and the real life behind it. But when you look at it from a bird's eye view and you think to yourself, why can't I watch this film? It's bonkers.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah.
Well, some of the old horror films, unless you go to like a website like Vinegar Syndrome, it's hard to get a print, especially some of these old Italian horror films.
Italian horror films, okay.
Well, I mean, like you'll have like maybe these aren't like the best ones that you put on this list, but I just meant like some movies get lost in like hell, basically. They're not, or they like some, but in some movies you'll see they fall into public domain, and I was surprised. A lot of our Vincent Price movies are in public domain.
Yeah, well, that's a very good point. We are just going to give a minute of silence because this guy can't tell the time.
It's all right, I was up too.
Look at him. He looks like he needs coffee.
Can I just say how excited I am for not only Matt to be here, but the fact that you two, who we have very little FaceTime with, but we talk so often, I am so pumped to see all of your beautiful faces. And yes, that does include you too, Sharif.
Well, I was here. I came backstage like 6 hours ago, by the way, because I don't know how to tell time between the United States and Australia, apparently.
Yeah, we've got 3 time zones to this.
4.
It is hard to organise. Look, later on, we'll have a word from our sponsor, Comic Bookaroo, but I do just want to give a quick shout out to our 4-lifers. These are our members that do spend $1 or $2 each and every single month, and it does get them a few perks, including my favorite, the Instagram chat, where we talk a whole bunch of nonsense. If that is something that interests you, then please click the link and join the 4-lifers. And if you do that, then hit me up on Instagram so I can add you to the chat. If you don't want to do that, but you do want to support Aussieverse, the best way you can do that is just by subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. So, enough talking. Shall we get down to the movies?
I just saw that somebody was in the chat. I think Javi Pica's ghost is in the chat. Yeah. And he's welcome to critique all he wants on the show, actually.
I'm a bit slow because my brain is frozen because it's negative 13 degrees Celsius here.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, how do you want to start this? Who wants to go first on their number one pick? By the way, I did tell Sharif, because I thought we always pick a 4th one. Just in case there's too much of the same. So Sharif, you're going to have to tell me, wait a minute, you can pick your own pictures, can't you, Sharif? You can use them? You can click them.
I haven't sent you a 4th picture because I didn't.
I've numbered them, I think.
There you go. It's 3 movies.
4th one.
It is 1 effing degree here. All right. Well, you know what? I'll go first then, and we'll just go in order of the screens. All right. So my number one pick is, you know, it might not seem like it's important today, but at the time, hang on, let me just do this 1 sec.
I sent you my fourth backup pick picture to your Instagram. So.
Okay, I'll grab that I'll grab that in a sec.
No rush.
My number one pick is simply Scream, and the reason why is because I remember when this movie came out. This was at a time when horror movies were starting, maybe not scarce, but they were getting to a point where they were pretty much had no respect in the genre. It was all just crap for a long time, for a few years. And to think of a good horror movie, you were very hard to think about it, right? Now, when this movie came out, I remember for some god day, I don't know why, but I remember seeing a movie in the cinema, and Scream trailer came out, and everybody got really, really excited for it. Then when the movie finally came out, and it gave so much crap to the horror movie genre, it was not only such a refreshing take on the genre, but it actually, and I swear I'm right, it actually reinvigorated the horror genre. And I tell you, man, if it wasn't for Scream, I don't know where the horror movie industry would be today. Yeah. So that's on my evergreen pick, because I feel like it's an incredibly important horror movie.
Yeah, and it's so old, people still use landlines, you know? No, but I do get you what you're saying with that. It did change the narrative, but I think there were so many spoofs that were made from it as well, which are absolutely absolutely terrible.
Movie was.
What was that?
Do you know what the original name for this movie was?
Oh no, I don't, Max. What was that?
Scary Movie.
What is that's before Scary Movie, isn't it?
Well, yes, because there was a parody of this.
Yeah.
That was named. What was the original?
Scary Movie. Why didn't they stay with that? Do you know?
Probably because it sounds silly.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to give me some actual answer there, because for those that don't know, Max knows his movies, man, compared to the rest of us that watch them.
It's really hard to pick three. There are so many amazing horror movies.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Especially recently as well, I think. Like in the last decade, there's been some brilliant ones,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but the way that I voted mine was pretty much like the Mount Rushmore of horror movies, which is why I chose 4. But for the game's purposes, I'll show 3 for now. Okay. So, Sharif, your number one pick.
All right. Just a disclaimer: all of my choices have been have been movies that really scared me as a child, and all of the recent ones that have come out, they were all right. Lots of jump scares, but it didn't grab me as these ones did when I was small. And at the top of my pick is this one.
Ooh, okay.
It's hard to argue that.
Regardless if it's the theatrical release or the anniversary release, that's it. You can't go back to sleep. You'll never see pea soup the same again. And yeah, it's this one gave me nightmares. So I hope it continues to give kids nightmares, and that's my pick for. That's my first pick.
It made me ever use that before. I know that.
We'll go down for everybody's thoughts for each of them at a time, I think, moving forward. So Elan, what's your thoughts on this pick?
Should I just be devil's advocate, or
You do whatever you want.
Well, you know, that scene with the bed and crawling on the roof and down the stairs. Yeah, it sent shivers down my spine when I was way too young to watch it. So, yeah, it's a great choice.
Alrighty, Matt.
Like I said, it made me not want to ever touch a Ouija board. So, like, I don't know. It's just had this. It's got this whole vibe to it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember I watched this too young too, and that's kind of like a thing. My theme on my list is a couple of them. One of them I picked because it. Well, I'll tell you later, but it's still like this right here though is one that's like definitely evergreen. I mean, I can't argue against this one. So that's all I can say.
Alrighty, Max.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much a perfect film, so this is going to be hard to argue. But do you know the scene where the mom is in the room and she gets yanked back during the rehearsals for that movie? They yanked her like pretty gently, and then when actually shooting her, they gave her yanked her with extreme force, which made her like flying back. There's some pretty not necessarily good behavior behind the scenes when it comes to treating people, but the movie itself is incredible.
And the reaction to that act where she reached back to the back of her head, that because it actually hurt.
Yeah. Also, this movie is by William Friedkin. For those who haven't seen it, his other movie, or one of his other movies, called Sorcerer, is also incredible. It's about people driving a truck full of dynamite through the jungle.
Roy Scheider, that movie's amazing. Yeah.
I forget, actually. I just gave all these props to Max for being such a movie lover, but Matt himself actually is a huge movie lover. In fact, he's got his own segments and his own shows on his own channel, Heroes for Hire Comic Club. So if you're a movie guy, go check out his channel.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorcerer is like one of those movies that got lost in the shuffle of the 70s. I was just going to say that. But we have the bad. I'm an expert at like bad movies, especially for bad cinema. We're reviewing Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 tomorrow night.
Oh, so, Garbage Day. That's wonderful.
Yeah, Garbage Day. Yeah. That's definitely not going to be on any of our lists tonight, I don't think. So
I'm actually surprised this wasn't on my list, because was there any other movies that made people throw up in the cinema?
Maybe Psycho earlier on.
Well, Psycho kind of made people faint. I've heard stories.
Yeah.
Harvey, you've kind of got my way of thinking as well. And I'm a huge fan of Sorcerer. Okay.
So are we all doing one movie at a time, or how? Or
yeah, well, unless you got a better way of doing it. Yeah, I assumed this was the way to do it.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just carry on. We've picked the format now.
Gotta live with it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like a little bit possessed. So.
All right. Max, what's yours, buddy?
I think my first pick was The Shining. Oh, Evil Dead 2. Yes, I can talk about that one too.
Okay.
Well, I mean, this is. I picked this because I figured no one else is going to pick this one, but it's really. It's almost like a strange experimental film where you combine the horror genre with Looney Tunes or whatever, where they call it splatstick, where it's blood and guts filled with slapstick. It's just really silly and creative, and I just love it. I love all the Evil Dead stuff. The TV show that came after is especially amazing.
Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yes.
Sharif, what do you think? Do you think he's right, or do you think he's full of shit?
I'm just trying to figure out why the second one and not the first one.
Yeah, I agree with Sharif on that one. I prefer the first one.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Because
if you've seen the movie, the second one is basically the same story as the first one, but it's basically a retelling, but made it funnier, and led into the third one. I mean, the third one being drastically different, but the second one is basically a retelling of the first one, but like on acid.
Also, I think the second one is kind of the movie that Sam Raimi would have made if he'd had more money.
Yeah.
On the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, the first one's a classic, though. But I mean, I don't know. So it's kind of hard for me on this one because I like Sam Raimi, and Bruce Campbell is a treasure.
Yeah.
there are 3 movies that I can think of that did what Max is talking about, going from like horror to horror comedy, which and all of them are fantastic, and that's Evil Dead, Gremlins, and Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street is kind of like that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to rewatch those. All right, who's next? Elan, did we do your first?
Yeah. Which one is it? Let's see which film pops up.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so I had to pick an Aussie, you know. That's and it couldn't be like Crocodile Dundee or something stupid. So I picked the others with Nicole Kidman. I think the reason I picked it is because anybody from any age can watch it if with parental guidance. It's a film that my mother just forced me to watch as a kid. Over and over and over. She was obsessed with it. But yeah, I just love the idea that it has everybody knows the twist by now if you've seen it or whatever, but the story and the path to get to that twist is so good that it's still worth watching, even though you know the twist towards the end. But it's about a mother during the Second World War moving to a new house with 2 young children who have a condition where they're sensitive to sunlight, basically, and the mothers, they have to live by these rituals and rules because the mother's her love has become obsession to the point of control over them, and her fear of death because of her husband being missing in action during war. She's so afraid of losing her children that she her love becomes twisted. And it's almost like she's always looking for something to to be afraid of, or to fear, or for her to have that control. And she starts hearing these noises in this house, and she hires a butler and a maid and a nanny and a maid, and the performance by Fionnuala Flanagan for the nanny is superb, in my opinion. It's like she should have been, I don't know if she was nominated for like supporting actress or something, but she should have been for that film. And it just slowly twists and turns where I just think it's a brilliant film in terms of psychological horror.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it's not blood and guts and gore. It's completely psychological. And I just love that film. I mean, the directors and some of the crew on the film put themselves in the book they find at the end with all the dead bodies, pictures of the deceased. Well, the director's in one of them, he's one of the pictures, and there's like little trinkets like that. Like for example, the way the film starts is with her, reading a story to her children, and she's now, children, are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. And that's taken from a UK BBC radio casting that was done from like the 40s up to the 80s, or something, from the 50s to the 80s. That started with that was called Listen with Mother, and it was done for like the BBC would like make these programs for like orphan children or adopted children, or and that was the point of it, that you would have your mother read to you at night before bed, and that's where it's taken from. And it's really creepy when you're sort of twisting it the other way around. Yeah.
Matt, what do you think of Elan's choice here?
I mean, I liked it, but like the good part of it to me was like it's very psychological. But I kind of look at other things when I'm talking about movies that are going to be evergreen, and I guess I'm going to disagree for the first time. It's just that I liked it, but it's like rewatchability. Like, can I watch it again and again? So once you get past the twist the first time, it's kind of like The Sixth Sense. You know what I mean? Like, you already know what's going to happen the next time. It's like, but it's still a good movie. I get nervous like shitting on people's picks and stuff, so I'm not going to be.
No. You have free reign. Free reign, go for it. I don't mind.
This is Aussieverse, mate. We call people the C word. We tell them to get F all the time.
I forgot you Aussies is the one that invented the Thunderdome, so. But it's still a good movie. I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't pick it. I've seen it once, but as far as rewatchability,
I think my thinking was picking something that a wider age group could watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my thinking. So if you're thinking like, from PG onwards, this would be
okay.
I
hope we're not supposed to do that because I failed miserably.
Okay.
I'll put it this way. I love this movie. I really, really, really love this movie. But I 100% agree with Matt that this does not deserve to be on a list of evergreen horror movies. I mean, come on. There is, with all the horror movies that are out there, this is not one that you're going to watch over and over and over again. Just like Matt said, the twist. Yeah, you might watch it every 5-10 years because it is that good a movie. And I can't stress enough how much I love this movie. But it does not deserve to be on this list. Thank you very much.
I've had so much fun introducing this movie to people and sitting down and watching it with them, and just hearing them gasp at that moment, the same one that I had the first time I watched it. I think so. Yeah, I really think that the journey to get there and the acting is so good and the story is so good that it holds up regardless of the twist.
I'm gonna watch the comments on
I remember watching this. And again, like Matt, once the cat is out of the bag, I've not gone back after watching it the first time. But
I think you should, Sharif. I think you should.
But what I do remember a scene that eventually got spoofed. Like scary movie. Well, right, the scary movie franchise. They take bits and pieces from other horror stories, and that one scene where the daughter sits in the room playing with the shroud over her head, and the mother cousin. And next thing you know, it's Michael Jackson. Oh my God!
Can we all give a round of applause to Sharif as well? Because horror movies are not typically his thing, and he wasn't really sure if he should come on the show, and I told him to. And he's got some great picks. So good on you, Sharif. All right. Max, what's your thoughts about this one?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say the poster is incredible. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I also think this is a testament of Elan being a masochist, because we're obviously all going to dig into this as not being worthy of being like an evergreen horror movie. It is really fun though. Like it's a good like gothic horror where it's not very bloody or anything, but it is very suspenseful. And the twist,
yeah, it's very
really
Edgar Allan Poe, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
that style of
dated and dead. It's no, but I mean it's a good film. I wouldn't say it holds up next to The Exorcist, but you know, few things do.
Oh no, I would agree there, but it's just I you know, I wanted something that if anybody was watching, I wanted to bring up with you know over Christmas. You know, who doesn't like a good horror film over Christmas? You know, bring that movie out and everybody can watch it then. So you'd have one film that you know everybody could watch and enjoy, I suppose.
All right, we've all given our first answers, correct?
I haven't.
Oh no,
Oh, no,
Matt.
Matt.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Matt. Yeah, Matt.
All right.
Do I have to tell you which one to put up first, or I don't know because
I'm putting these up in the order that you guys gave them to me. So bang.
Oh yeah, why didn't I pick this? I've got a poster of it behind me.
Well, okay. Do I need to explain? I'll explain why I picked this one. First of all, it's John Carpenter and Rob Bottin, the special practical effects guy, at their height. I mean, this is like, I don't know, they went all out in this movie. I know it wasn't theatrical success at the box office because they had the bad timing of releasing this movie during when E.T. came out. And a lot of people like this movie's kind of a downer, you know, and like, but it's got Kurt Russell in it, man. So you can't go wrong with Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. And you got this, and it's kind of going to be a theme of a couple of the movies that I picked. Is this isolationist feeling, right? You're stuck in this research facility in Antarctica with this alien being that can copy other people, so you don't know who to trust. So it's like a very paranoid like thing, and these, you know, and the way the actors in the movie did it was too like they were really wore out, right? You know, like they didn't know what they could trust, they couldn't sleep, and then also the reveal when this thing turns into the thing, like when they're trying to like the guy puts the paddle on him and his arms go through it, and then they cut the thing's head off and it has legs come out and like, you know, Kurt Russell says it basically like, Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? And or something like that. And like also the ending is, I think what a lot of people consider very nihilistic, but like I kind of love him and Keith David are like looking at each other. He's like, well, what are we gonna do? Because I guess we'll just sit here and find out. Yeah, so it's a very John Carpenter ending, you know what I mean? Like very like bleak.
Yeah, I think the ending is the weak point of this film, actually.
Oh, okay, but
for me, yeah,
it was the remake of the Howard Hawks film, The Thing from Outer Space, and actually James Arness. I don't know if anybody, I might not even know what I'm talking about, but he was Marshall Dillon on Gunsmoke. He played the original Thing, but also in the movie Halloween, the kids are watching horror films. Laurie Strode's babysitting, and this movie, the original movie's playing in the background, so it kind of like predicted the future of what one of John Carpenter's next films would be. But like, yeah, it's kind of an interesting movie. Like, I don't know. I don't even think I have a negative thing to say about it, to be honest with you. And also the scene where they're testing each other's blood, and the blood jumps out of the tray. Yeah. It's like, oh my God. So yeah, but this is like one of those movies. When you're snowed in, like, well, at least here where I live, when you're snowed in, it's a cool movie to watch. I don't know why, but anyway.
You're not getting frostbite sitting there, you Matt? Like, I'm worried.
It's funny, you know, I'm pretty sure I've only ever seen this movie once. And
oh wow.
I remember most of it, like the premise and everything, but I'd never got the love for it. So I'm not going to diss it because there's no reason negatively as to why I never got it or why I haven't watched it again. But I will watch it again soon, actually, because I know the love for this film. there is so much love for it. And I don't know, it's, you know how you have some sort of like famous movies or famous licenses, and individually, some of them we haven't really paid that much attention to, and you've just kind of like left it out, and everybody else freaks out about them. This has always been one of those for me. So I'm going to watch it soon. I know Claudia really liked it.
I just remember that scene with the eyeballs popping out and the person that yeah.
Well, you watched,
and the head crawling on the yeah.
Well, you watched it one more than me, because the only time I've watched this was shorts on YouTube, and it's just scenes of that's supposed to be the best scenes for the movie, and I just don't get it. I mean, the practical effects for the time must have been really good compared to now, obviously, but and I get the gist of the story. I don't think it's enough for me to actually watch it. I would watch it out of curiosity and not so much because it's a thing, it's scary, and I want to watch it. But no,
I think that's the point that Matt was making, was the isolation is actually the thing that brings the terror to the situation. And I think seeing it in clips instead of seeing the fear narrative of all the actors, and they're cocooned in this room basically with each other, and they know that one of them is an alien and they don't know which one it is, and it really builds the suspense to those scenes. Yeah.
And I'm really an advocate for like the practical effects thing, because look, I think CGI is a great tool, but when you think about what these guys did with like just a bunch of foam, rubber, and latex and shit, and some animatronics, you know, and that's why I picked when I think of something like that, because I always talk about like when I do my Friday Night Frights, the practical effects and the digital effects, because they didn't have a lot of digital effects obviously back then, but like except for like maybe stop motion, which is not digital, but that's what they would use to replace CGI in lieu of CGI. But that's why I picked it, because I think it's a lost art nowadays in some films. Because like one thing that kills me on bad cinema is how many times I see like somebody shooting a gun and it's CGI bullet holes, and I can't stand it. But I'm just.
And he drinks a glass of water, and all the water comes out the bullet.
Did they remake this? They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. I'm sure I've seen that as well.
They made a prequel to it that told you what happened to the Swedish research, the Norwegian research team that ran across the thing first. So yeah, it was
pretty cool. Okay. Have you ever been in a nightclub at 4 a.m. when they turn the lights on? The thing kind of looked like the people you're seeing.
That's true.
Right. So Max, how do you feel about this, man?
Well, this is also a perfect film. So I didn't pick this because I figured someone else would inevitably pick it. How well do you know this? Well, Shreve hasn't really seen it, which is also like, if you watch like a highlight reel of like scenes from this movie, it wouldn't make sense, because the whole thing is built on suspense, and then when something happens, it's like amplified because of the building dread and paranoia. So if you take all of that out, it's just, I don't know, some funny clips. Do you remember there's one scene which is just pure luck that it went as well as it did, where it's at the start of the film, where because the thing arrives as it takes the shape of a dog, and then you have the scene in the hallway where the dog is kind of stalking through, and he's looking side to side and then going into a room, and it's perfect acting. Like, he never looks at the camera, he takes a beat for them to almost make it look like it's a well thought out idea to go into a specific room. And the start of the movie, do you remember? I don't know how well you know this film, but at the start, he's playing chess against a computer, and then he loses the chess game, and then his response is, throw the drink into the computer, making the computer explode, right?
Drink
Yeah.
into the,
That's basically in a nutshell how he deals with the situation
Yeah.
at the end, because like there's no winning against the alien, against the thing, so he just lights the whole thing on fire.
Well, also, they were like at the end of it, it was like, look, all I could do is like, there was no way any of us were getting out of this alive. All we could do is at least slow down or prevent this being from doing all of its purpose, which is to take over like a virus, is what it's going to do. Because remember in the film, the one guy was like, telling him, look, if this thing gets to the mainland, it's going to take over everything.
Yeah.
It can replicate itself, and then everybody will be the thing. So yeah.
Okay, I need to rewatch this for sure.
Also, highly recommend watching the director commentary with Carpenter and Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
That is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt literally picked one of my all-time favorite films, so you know.
Fair enough.
I was gonna be worried that I mean, there's so many horror movies that I deeply love, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna go on and talk about all these movies that I like, and then Elan, picks his choices. So.
Oh, I knew everybody would pick certain films, and I just had to pick something in between those lines, So
right.
yeah, that's my excuse anyway.
All right, so my number 2 is the classic. That's the wrong one.
Wrong movie.
My number 2 is the Blair Witch, and I know there's going to be a lot of hate for this.
2 thumbs down. Okay.
I know, but just hear me out. A great back-to-back watch with the 70s remake of The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah. Look, I know in hindsight what people, well, not even in hindsight, but I know what a lot of people think about this film. But you cannot deny that this changed so much for horror, man. And if you're, and I'm not saying it changed like everything. I'm saying it gave it a completely different genre. Right.
Yeah, it made anyone who had a camera try to make one. That's
yeah, and there's a lot of good found footage horror movies. There is, man. If you're like me, and you probably don't want to be, but if you're like me, and I love getting a found footage film, putting it on my fucking big TV, turning the lights down, and convincing myself that this is a video that one of my mates has given me about their trip, right, or whatever. And I put it on, and I convince myself that this is a real thing, right?
You dream about your friends being murdered on holiday.
I'm saying if you can distill reality and go into that world, yeah, there's a lot of crap out there. Of course there is now. But if with the suspense and the way that it's done, man, it can be done really, really well. And we have Blair Witch to thank for that, man. This movie scared the shit out of so many people. Come on. All right. Max, please tell me what you think.
Well, it also scared the shit out of people because they really went hard on the marketing by saying it's real and go to this website to find out the truth and all that stuff that was linked to the film. It's I mean, it's not a bad film, but it came out when I was too young to see it in the theater, and when I went to see it later on,
Shut up.
What?
Shut up.
Oh.
Are you saying I'm old?
No, he said
time-
ancient. He said ancient, not old.
I'm just saying that by the time I saw it, the whole thing of it's a real story and everything, wore off, and all that stuff was revealed to be untrue. But it's I wouldn't say it's you know, my favorite or one of the best, but it did inspire a genre. Messing with the whole first person found footage type of thing.
I really appreciate how kind you were there, Max. 'Cause I could tell in your face muscles that you were really trying to hold back. And Sharif, what do you think?
I just the ending just didn't make me feel anything. I was just, well, he's facing a wall. That's good for him. And then it ended. So
And then camera fell.
That was so scary.
Well, yeah, they did say that though earlier, like something about they were always facing the wall.
Maybe if she held the camera for an extra 2 seconds, I don't know.
They couldn't afford to do that because they couldn't show you what the actual witch looked like. So it's kind of like Jaws in that regard. You know, they can't let you. They don't want to give away the shark because the shark didn't work.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that because of this movie. Okay, so in my teens, I was an avid camper, and because of this,
And now you're not.
those were the days. But yeah, I mean, the scenes where when they were in the tent and the hands were, quote unquote, hands were just tapping on the tent, and it's all the unseen stuff that's happening at night and everything else in the background. It's and the again, like the psychological thriller. It just, you're just waiting for stuff to happen. You know it's gonna happen. You just don't know when. And that's the part that I enjoy about this movie. But like Max said, the ending is shit.
Elan.
Yeah, I don't like this film. So yeah, this can go straight in the bin. That's how I feel.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Yeah, I have been guilty of reenacting the tent scene to other people. You know. Yeah, but yeah, it is suspenseful. Okay, I'll give it that. It does make me feel suspenseful, but that's, you know, it sort of ends there. There's no real climax. There's no lesson. There's no there's no message. There's nothing like that in the film. It's sort of, yeah.
Okay.
It should remain where it was. Yeah.
I need a picture of you now at a tent with you smiling. That's what I was picturing. Matt, what do you think, dude, about my choice?
Well, I'm going to try to do this like from now on. I'm just going to be like, I'll give it some flowers first, and then I'll tell you why I don't like it.
Yeah, but all flowers grow from manure, don't they? So
yeah, I give the filmmakers props for being able to turn this movie into a success, because look, yeah, I know it did say, like, I remember somebody said earlier jokingly that any idiot with a camera can make a film, but you know, Sam Raimi had to rent his first camera to make Evil Dead, and they did it on 16 millimeter, I think, or something like that, something crazy, and basically they were at each other's throats living in that cabin they filmed in. But so it's a creative idea, and like I remember when it came out, you know, there was a lot of hype about it, and like actually the soundtrack was called Josh's Blair Witch Mix. It's got like Bauhaus on it and Public Image Limited and like all these cool like gothic Sisters of Mercy and stuff, you know, and Susie and the Banshees, which is really interesting. They're supposed to be like it was the guy Josh's tape they found in their abandoned car, you know. But and it did spawn like a few things. But now I'm going to tell you this, though. This is not the first found footage film. There was a movie in 1980 called Cannibal Holocaust by Ruggero Deodato, which is actually one of the first to do this kind of thing. Although it didn't really catch on. Now, the Blair Witch Project did, you know, it did kind of catch on with like the Paranormal Activity and then Cloverfield. So, but I have another nickname for this movie. It's called the motion sickness movie because whoever was operating the camera needed their ass kicked severely, severely with a rubber hose or something, or maybe a cane like that lad in Singapore from the United States that got caught spray painting cars when I was a kid. And it also spawned one of the worst horror movie sequels of all time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't. I know. I get why you picked it, but yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
We
That's
still
what we're
like
here
you as a person, Bo.
for.
Yeah.
Max, what's your number 2 is, let's see, where are you? Here you go. Boom.
Right, The Shining.
Shining.
Yeah. I mean, it basically defends itself. It's Kubrick. It's incredible. The way it's shot and everything is beautiful. The story freaked me out as a kid because I saw this on TV when I was like 9, and that lady in the bathtub. Good Lord and heavens above. That was
Yeah. What about the guy in that one room? Ugh, what's going on there?
Oh, right, with the bear costume, the dog costume and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. This is also one where if you go into the behind the scenes stuff, people weren't necessarily treated really well, especially Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing film. I mean, it's been parodied or paid tribute to and homaged in so many works. I know that Stephen King doesn't like it because it changed the book considerably, but it's fantastic. It's The Shining.
Thoughts on Dr. Sleep?
Oh, I love it. Well, the movie I do because I was really impressed by how it connected to the movie and the book, and how he got this actress who did such a great impersonation of Shelley Duvall that I was just like shocked. But that was yeah. I really like and I like most of Mike Flanagan's stuff in general. He's fantastic.
Sharif, what do you think about The Shining?
One of the top tier ones. For me, it's the witnessing the slow progression of quote unquote possession. How from one thing leads to another, and it just cascades into a crescendo towards the end. And the ending though,
the ending is a bit like how Matt feels right now, to be honest, with a cold, you know.
Yeah.
I watched this when I was young. Didn't understand the ending. But when I had the resources to do a little bit of research, I understood it a little, but not fully. So props to them for still having that question mark hanging in my head. Did it happen? Did it not? Was the manager a ghost? Is he not?
Elan.
Like if we're ignoring the story or the psychological elements of this film and we're just talking cinematography,
Oh God, yeah.
I mean this film is, I think it's taught to everybody who's ever done like a university course on filmmaking or whatever. It's absolutely incredible how you follow the boy at like the angles you follow him at the wheel, and then the opening of the elevator doors and how it's perfectly symmetrical with with the twins and the blood and all the little Easter eggs that you can find throughout the film. It's like he's done them for himself. It's like you can tell that somebody put their heart and soul into the making of that film, You know, to the detriment of some people acting in it. But
Yeah.
it's like from that standpoint, it's really incredible. I mean, if you see that pattern of the carpet anywhere, you know instantly
Mhm.
what it's referencing to. Yeah, it's a brilliant film. Yeah.
Matt?
Well, I have no notes really. I mean, I picked this one too. And but I will say this about it: Stanley Kubrick was such a meticulous filmmaker that he would have everything completely storyboarded out and the lighting perfect. Everything had to be perfect, and you could tell in the shots. Like there's a scene. I mean, it's always amazing. Is when Shelley Duvall and her son are going into the maze, and we see Jack Nicholson's character Jack looking at the maze, the model of the maze in the hotel, and he's staring at it. All of a sudden, the camera starts coming in closer from overhead, and you can see two little figures walking in the maze, like he's watching them.
Mm.
And that always blew my mind. And also, like we were talking about the tracking shot where he's on the little tricycle.
Tricycle thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hotel. And also, yes, it is true. If you see Shelley Duvall performance in this film, she's not acting, because Stanley Kubrick actually almost gave her PTSD from doing this film, and it really shows up on the screen. I mean, we can question his methods on that, but like, there's also a great behind-the-scenes footage of the scene where Jack Nicholson's supposed to break down the door in the scene on the poster here with the axe, and he's if you look at it, he's pumping himself up to do it. Like he starts screaming to himself, and I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you. And he's running around, and like he's just trying. And it just shows you what a brilliant actor he was. And also, this the scene that always has a chill run down my spine is when he goes into the bathroom with that guy to help him clean off the spilt drink off of his shirt or his jacket. And he goes, "Wait a minute, aren't you Grady? You were the caretaker here. You killed your family with an axe." He's like, "No, my daughters need to be corrected, so I corrected them." It's just so creepy to me, and like, I don't know. It's just like all this crazy shit. I know that, and then I also know that Stephen King does not like this movie, but I'm sorry, Stephen, he had to rewrite it because your book is like 900 pages or some shit. So, but like, for me, this is like, and I saw it as a kid too, and it scared I shouldn't have been watching it. I was like 9 years old when I watched this movie. So yeah, but yeah, I have no notes. I can't argue against it. So sorry.
Good work. All right. Moving on. Sharif, we've got your number 2 here. Boom.
My number to pick. All right, so I'm just gathering my thoughts in. How can you make someone afraid to fall asleep? Go to bed. Oh, there's a boogeyman in the closet. There's something under the bed. But in your dreams, you can die. You die in your dreams. You die in real life. But I think from what I know, the character Freddy, at that point I don't think there was anyone has that character design as Freddy. So one of the original characters. Yeah.
Fair enough, man. I really can't argue with that. What do you think, Elan?
It's been such a long time since I've seen this film, like a really, really long time. So I'm just trying to remember it, really. But I can only remember that, the iconic scenes. That's all I can remember. I can't really remember this film. It's been such a long time, and I think there's been so many iterations of Freddy that I've seen since. You know, that how many films are there in total? Like 13, 14 or something.
Yeah,
with him
something
in
like
with
that.
him in them. Yeah. So I'm not the
7.
person to. 7. Okay, sorry.
There was Freddy's Nightmares as well, the TV show.
Yeah, there's things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So but the idea that you can't even find peace in your dreams is and in your sleep or during the day it really creeps me out. The fact that you can never rest. You know. Yeah, that's what I like about it. Yeah.
Matt?
Well, this movie taught me that apparently teenagers in the 80s used to sleep with 50-pound TVs on their chest, which I always thought was odd. And I also like the line that Johnny Depp's like, I'm watching Miss Nude USA. She's like, we got the sound down. He goes, I don't want to hear what they're saying. His mom. But no, this movie, it's totally one of my favorites. I watched this movie when I was too young because my older cousin's like, hey, you want to watch something cool? And I didn't sleep for a week. And it's something about like, okay, this is not like a boogeyman that you can just run away from or try to fight, because it comes in your dreams when you're asleep when you're most vulnerable. And Wes Craven's a genius for this. I mean, Wes Craven definitely belongs on the Mount Rushmore of horror films. He created one of the best horror film characters of all time here. He launched a franchise. It's amazing. And this one doesn't really have a lot of the funny ha-ha like Freddy in it, which is cool. It's just so threatening, and the scene's so terrifying where Tina gets killed at the first of it, and she's going up the wall. You know, they did that the same way they did that with in Poltergeist, where the mother was going up the wall. Was they rotate the room and do like a little camera trick, and that would be terrifying. Like, what if you were in a room that was happening to somebody? What can you do to help them? You know, and and then you get the whole backstory of Freddy and what he was like a child killer. We all know what they really meant, which makes it even more creepy.
Yeah.
Well, they did change it because there was shortly before the movie, while the movie was in development, there was the whole scandal about something like that actually happening in real life, and then they were like, "Well, let's lead away."
There were some Laotian people that immigrated to the United States, and Vietnamese people after the Vietnam War, and they were having trouble sleeping. Said that they were afraid to go to sleep, and they actually died in their sleep. And they couldn't figure out why. But yeah, so in the whole backstory, like in the whole movie, like you start getting the feeling real quick that like her dad and her mother and all the adults know what's going on, but they're not being truthful about what they know until Nancy pulls his hat out of the dream, and her mother, look at her mother's face. Like after that, the character of her mother checks completely out. She starts drinking. She puts like bars on the windows, and they're not telling her. She's like, I know you're not telling me something. And also, this is one of those movies in the ending back, that one and the Friday 13th were those movies where it's like, just because you think that it's initially over, it's not over.
Yeah.
You know, and so like, there's not really a happy ending involved in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ending of it always kind of takes me out of it, because that's the one where isn't the mom pulled through the little window in the door?
Yeah. Well, that's a little cheesy nowadays. That
looks a little too cartoonish, but the rest of it I really like. I love this movie because it really like later on in the franchise it became too much of a horror comedy thing where Freddy wasn't scary anymore. He was just like making quips and pop references, and then he would run off again.
Yeah.
But in the first one, they really played with the whole dream logic thing where things don't really make sense, but they creep you out.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the start of the film, where one of the first times you see Freddy, or maybe the first time, where he's walking in the shadow and then he has ridiculously long arms. You remember that shot?
Yeah.
Like this. He got his arms out. He's scratching the walls. Yeah.
But it looks so unsettling, even though it's goofy, but because it's because the surrealism of dreams and everything, like the rotating room and stuff like that. It's yeah, I just like that idea, you know.
Oh, and don't forget the latex wall where he comes out like this.
Oh, yeah.
Coming out.
Yeah.
And also, I'll give you a little trivia about this if you want to hear. One of Johnny Depp's friend accompanied him to the audition, and you know who that friend was? It was Jackie Earl Haley, who later went on to play Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
In the 2000s.
Wow.
Oh,
That's funny as. Yeah, look, it's hard to deny this one. I did consider putting this on my list as well, but the reason why I didn't was because of my third choice. But we'll get to that in a minute. Elan, your number 2.
Yeah, Babadook. I know.
Why do you say I know like that?
what is this?
I love this film. I actually love this film. I must have some trauma or something because I'm just picking, single mothers with psychological disorders. I don't know. The score in this film is absolutely fantastic, and I think when this film came out, I think every film, it came out like 2010, I think, and after this
statement.
No, I think it's a statement. I think it was 2010, and the corresponding decade, it really did change things because I think it was a financial success in the cinema, but it went so quick to streaming, and it had such an impact. Streaming that, like so many films after it, have tried to emulate it, especially with the score. I just, it's, you don't know what's real in this film or what isn't real in this film until like the last 15 minutes where you finally see that the Mr. Babadook is a real creature. You just think that the truth in the child's voice, the mother truly believes him and doesn't in the same way. And it's sort of like, I just really find, like, I like psychological horror. I think that's the obvious answer. I just think it's a brilliant film, and I think Essie Davis and Noah Wiseman do a fantastic job acting in this film. It really is a fantastic form of acting, and where it's just a little pop-up book, and all sorts of things ensue in their daily lives, and and trying to convince the people around you as well that you're sane. It's like a metaphor for like somebody losing their sanity very, very slowly because of visions. It really is. I just think it's a fantastic film. It's actually the idea for Jennifer Kent's idea for this was actually, she had a friend who was a single mother, and her child actually truly believed that he saw monsters around the house. So she, carried on with that idea, and she created a short film called Monster in like 2005. And she went on to do other things, but the idea of this short film and this concept kept creeping up at her, that she had to make this movie, basically. Yeah. I just love it. You can buy so when they brought the film out, you could actually buy the pop-up book that was in the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
and they made about 9,500 of them. It was like a promotional thing with the film that you could buy with it. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So you can find those around if you want a bit of memorabilia or something. But I just, again, it's psychological for me. For me, it's far scarier than Blood, Guts and Gore for me. It just has a lasting impact in my mind. The concept in this film, yeah, where you feel overwhelmed and with the pressures and stuff in your life, and it sort of it twists your mind. I don't know. I can maybe see myself a little bit losing it, like the mother did, very easily. I don't know. I think that's why it's scarier for me. I think, yeah.
All right. Matt, what do you reckon?
I've never seen it, so I can't really give you an opinion.
What?
Oh, write it down somewhere, Matt. Come on.
I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it this week.
Oh man, Sharif hasn't seen it either. Look,
I'm gonna reserve my comments. Like Matt, I've not seen it. I've heard of it. I've not seen it.
It sounds cool. I looked it up. It sounds cool.
I don't think it deserves to be on an evergreen list like the others. I'm sorry, Elan, but it is a good film, man. I have seen it a couple of times and I did really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Max?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Elan.
No. I'm just getting abuse. It's okay.
Honestly, I can't say either way because I have to watch it.
Elan, I like you as a friend, okay? I feel like we get along, and I enjoy your company. I like chatting with you and everything. And then you come on this stream and you just, I mean, you do make it easier to pick which aren't going to make the evergreen. So that's
I did have a plan, This isn't, this isn't really my three.
I mean, it's a good film, but I watched it shortly after it came out because it didn't play in theaters here, so I had to wait till it was available online. But I haven't watched it since. I don't really think about it.
Yeah,
there's other movies that because most horror movies are allegorical, they always represent a different meaning, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Matt's second choice.
I could another one real quick if you want me to make it different. I could try to think of another one.
No, you're all good, man.
Okay, well, I don't have to talk about it. No notes.
Did you send him a fourth, Matt? Did you send him a fourth in stream? Yeah. Pick that one then. Let's talk about that one.
Yeah, well, we've got a problem there.
I picked a fourth that it hasn't been picked yet, so you can have The Shining, and I can pick my fourth if you'd like.
Oh, now you're just confusing me. I've just got a bunch of pictures here, man.
Oh yeah, well, I'll have to check what that fourth was, and just. Well, you could say it. You remember it, don't you, Max?
Yeah.
I have another one to pick, but I know somebody's probably already picked it too. I probably have another one I could pick, but I'm sure everybody's already picked it. So.
All right. Well, let's move on then, Sharif. Hang on. Where are we up to now?
Why don't we just keep it the way it is and just let movies.
Yeah, we've had the discussion with The Shining. Let's move on to the third now.
Anyway.
Okay, so we're going on to the third one now, are we? Have we all done our second?
Have we done yours, Bo? The second of yours?
Hang on. Yeah, we have.
Okay. Yeah, let's move on to the third.
Okay. So my third one, I really, really wanted to choose Jason because I love Friday the 13th. But I had to think of who was the original slasher out of, in my opinion, the most famous ones being Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers. So I had to choose Halloween as my third one.
That was my fourth one.
Yeah, because you can't deny Michael Myers, man. I mean, I never really I found, because I was such a Jason guy, I just thought this was a copy, not knowing that it came out first.
Mm-hmm.
But, I guess if I'm going to put, my three movies that I think should always be available and are very important to people that want to watch horror movies, then this is my choice, Halloween. Sharif, what do you think, dude?
It's been ages since I watched the first one. like Elan with my second choice, I'm having a real problem trying to remember the movie itself.
All right, moving on. Max, what do you reckon, dude?
Well, the thing about this film, this is the best ending to any horror movie ever.
Yeah, it's a great ending. Yeah.
Do you all remember the ending? Because it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I watched it. I watched it like 3 weeks
I'll never
ago.
forget it.
I
wonderful.
don't.
So at the ending, Michael Myers has disappeared, and then the last shots are just lingering shots of
Clothes
the
like
area, of the streets and different
Yeah.
places that are just empty, implying that he could be anywhere. It's just incredibly well done, and I mean, it's another Carpenter film, and the way he does a lot with the little budget he usually has is just incredible. Certain things don't really hold up, like when people get stabbed, they die immediately. As soon as the blade enters their body, they're like dead.
No, we'll stop you there. I heard you say that I'm right and I'm awesome. Okay, sweet.
I love the beginning of this film. I just think it's the beginning is absolutely brilliant. Like that first scene, where it just follows through like a point of view of the killer throughout the house, and you just have that arpeggiated line from John Carpenter's soundtrack, and it is just, and he's just walking through the house like he opens drawers pointlessly and opens the fridge or something, I'm sure, and then he finally ends up in the room with the young woman, and it's sort of a bit taken a bit from Psycho, I think, with the bathroom scene with the stabbing, But when he finally comes out and it turns out to be her little brother in a clown costume, and his parents just arrive home going, Michael, what's happened, Michael? What do you know what I mean? It really is there's like 2 twists in this film, and I think I really love the 2 twists. The one at the end and the one at the beginning, and the one at the end where you're not really sure if he's really a human being. He's sort of like almost an invincible body, sort of that you can't defeat, really. He gets shot to death and stabbed and stuff. I don't know what is he has this obsession of hanging people's boyfriends up by the chest with a knife on the wall. I'm not really sure why he has a temptation to hang people up by a knife, but yeah, I really do think that it's a really, really great film. Oh, what's the name of the Jamie Lee Curtis, isn't it?
Mhm.
Isn't she? And yeah,
It's your first film.
yeah, it's her first film. Yeah, and
Oscar-winning actress.
yeah. It's anything with John Carpenter on the soundtrack, I'm gonna love. So,
Mhm.
Well, I mean, also when he does
maybe
the
I should have
soundtrack,
picked the Fog or something.
I would pick Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
All right, Matty, tell me how great my choice is.
Well, I can't really say anything bad about it. I know that. This movie and Texas Chainsaw Massacre are responsible for the entire slasher genre, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This one really kicked an overdrive, and this movie is the reason that Friday the 13th was even thought of being made, because of what a success it was. And people don't realize this was made on a shoestring budget, and it made over $50 million, which back then is crazy. It's like a $350,000 budget.
Yeah. What? Wasn't it released in the summer as well?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it just became a huge hit.
Yeah.
And both of those films you mentioned are based on the same serial killer, aren't they? Yeah.
And
Ed Gein, yeah. They're both based on inspired
about the beginning, that POV, and you see it's revealed, but also the scene where Donald Pleasance is in the car with the nurse riding, and he never refers to Michael Myers as he.
Yeah.
He calls it. And then when we realize the shit has really truly hit the fan, when he finds out he's gone, he doesn't say he's gone. Donald Pleasance says the evil is gone.
Yeah.
That scene where he talks to the sheriff about, I looked in this child's eyes and all I saw was black eyes. Like there was no saving this. All I could do was try to keep him locked up. So we're already like, oh shit, this is not like somebody just had a psychotic break. He just wants to kill people because they're there. And when he stabs the guy up against the wall, like you were saying earlier, he looks at him like, he turns his head like this, just to look like it looked admiring what he done, like a kid that just stuck a butterfly onto a cardboard, you know what I mean? Like after he killed it or something, he put it on a board with a pen. And also like she's relentless. Like you think it's over with, and he comes back at her. And it's got all the cool horror tropes too, like they run upstairs instead of going out the door. And but also the end of it, Jamie Lee Curtis is just totally, her character Laurie is just totally terrified, and she looks at Donald Pleasance and says, "Was that the boogeyman?" And he says, "Yes, I believe it was."
Yeah.
And the soundtrack. Oh my God, the soundtrack. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry, the last thing. The babysitter that he strangled in the car, that always freaked me out and still makes me uncomfortable because it almost feels like he's actually killing her. But, all right, sorry.
The only thing I can fault this movie is that it spawned the messiest franchise of all time. Where whenever a new one comes out, they're like, well, okay, so just ignore 7 of them, but like don't ignore these and these and these, and just have a good time.
Yeah.
We're not going to
Max's third pick is a beauty.
Yes. So look, I'm dressed for the occasion. I've got my Singing in the Rain Gremlin thing on. I love Gremlins. It's the best.
Yeah, man.
I do too. We just reviewed it
because I was sure no one's going to pick it, and this is to me is like the perfect introductory horror film. They played it in my local movie theater a few years ago, and I took one of my friends who is she's a singer and a dear friend of mine, but she's terrified of horror movies. She didn't know what this was. When I asked her if she liked horror movies, she told me that she went to see The Conjuring or The Conjuring 2 when it came out in the theater, and she was made to leave the theater because she was screaming throughout. So I was like, well, I know who I'm going to take to this movie. And then, the first 40 minutes are just, gizmo adorableness. And then when the creatures came, I just like turned to look at her, and she just looked at me like scathingly, and she just started exclaiming profanities. But this is just, it's great. I love it. It's very silly. It's very chaotic.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Sharif, what do you reckon of this one?
It's one of my childhood favorite movies. Like Max said, Gizmo. Who doesn't like Gizmo? Who doesn't love Gizmo? But Stripe. Oh my God. With the candy. Yeah. If you've not seen the insides of a gremlin through a blender, yes, this is it. But the scene where Stripe knows that what happens with water and he jumps into the pool. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's just if one gremlin can wreak this much havoc, just imagine all of them coming out from the pool. The point when he starts submerging and then the camera pulls back and you see the lights and the water bubbling. You just can't wait till the next scene. That's that bit just scares me.
You know, it's only just now that I realise that we were probably meant to like say all of our 3 films in one go, like the other evergreen streams,
Yeah.
and we've been doing it this way. What's wrong with you, Elan? Why'd you do it this way? Anyway,
No,
what'd you
no, that was you. That was all you, mate. I kind of like this way as well because we're going through the films in a nice pace. Yeah.
What do you think of this one?
Max, sorry. I hope we're still friends after this. Do you know what it was? Do you know what it is? I think I came to this movie too late in my age. And I think I didn't actually watch it as a child. I ended up watching it.
That? It doesn't matter how old you are with this film. It's
No. I think it really does have a special place in people's hearts if you watched it at a certain age. Yeah, I just yeah, I think it's actually I find it quite a funny film to watch actually. I mean I enjoy it, but I find it humorous.
All right.
Because of the hijinks and the mischief and the mean spiritedness of the gremlins and stuff. Yeah, I just
That's what makes it great.
For some people, yeah, it is. But for me, it doesn't have the same special place in my heart for me. Yeah, sorry, Max. I do apologize. I hope you forgive me.
No, it's fine. I mean, considering your picks, it's fine.
I mean, I love this movie. I watch it every Christmas.
Yeah.
We just reviewed this one for my channel last week. And it's got one of those soundtracks, just like Halloween. Like if I start doing this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's just like a language. And I had a stuffed Gizmo and a stuffed Stripe when I was a kid. And like the hijinks, it gets to the point. It's almost like we were talking about Evil Dead 2. It's a dark comedy, really, really also, because you got all this like Looney Tunes, like hijinks, like when you go into the bar and Phoebe Cates is behind the bar and she's like trying to tend bar to these crazy gremlins, and you got all these crazy scenes going on, And actually, what's his name? Billy's mom is the freaking gremlin Terminator in this movie. She puts a microwave in a blender. Yeah, I mean, she stabs one to death, and then one finally gets out of and that part always scared me as a kid, where the one that's in the tree, and you see its red eye pop out of the tree. You're like, oh no. And also, it's got one of the creepiest stories that Phoebe Cates tells to Billy about her father.
Yeah.
As a kid, that traumatized me. Like her dad tried to climb down the chimney to surprise her like Santa Claus and got stuck and died in the chimney, and they could smell his dead corpse rotting. That terrified me as a kid. Like they put that in the movie, it went a little dark, and like they actually tried to get Joe Dante to remove that part from the film. But like he didn't. I'm glad he didn't, because it's crazy. And also, like there's a couple of people that die in this movie that I feel not bad at all. That evil landlady, when she gets
Mrs. Deagle,
and it flies out the window and she goes by her dead husband's picture. He's like, out the window. But yeah, this movie's like, and Gizmo's so cute. And actually, you can blame the whole movie. This is all Corey Feldman's fault for spilling water on Gizmo. But not the kid. But also, this is a movie about people who are irresponsible pet owners.
yes.
Very true. Alrighty, moving on. We have Sharif's last pick, number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Nightmare, you can scream in your sleep, but in space, no one can hear you scream. Right. So specifically, Aliens, not the first one. I just felt that this is such such a better movie than the first one.
I disagree, Sharif. I disagree wholeheartedly.
This is my 5 minutes. So so we see the development of Ripley's character into one of the badass female leads ever. And it's just one female at the end, one female against the other female, and the better female wins. But I'm not wrong.
No, you're
but
not. You're not at all.
yeah, but the scene in that poster when you see pods and pods and pods of the eggs start to open up when the team was just moving through, the anticipation of the face huggers, you know what the face huggers are by this point, and you know for sure you don't want any of them to be kissing you.
Oh, hell.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
All right, Max, speaking for yourself, what do you think about this pick?
Well, I disagree with pretty much everything Sharif just said, because the first movie is way better. I wouldn't consider the second one a horror movie as much as an action film. It's a horror film. Because in the first one, they're trapped on a ship, and it's, trying to survive the perfect organism, the xenomorph that's on the ship. It's also, talking about movies being allegorical, the xenomorph is a dick monster, and the final scene, you remember like the end of the movie where Ripley is basically, she's in her underwear because she's ready to go into the sleep thing, and then finds out the xenomorph in the room with her, which is basically, it doesn't really take a lot of brain power to know where that represents. It's just it's a great film. I much prefer the first one over the second. The second is just, it's also good, but it's in that era, whenever there was a sequel, it was basically the first movie, but more, which is what the second was.
And you agree with this a lot.
Exactly.
So I don't see it as a horror film as much as an action film.
Yeah, I see it more as an action film as well. But what I do love about this film is the cast. The cast are absolutely brilliant in this film. There's so many great one-liners in this film.
Yeah.
What's I can't remember what her name is, but she's exercising. I can't remember what he says. Vasquez, yeah, she's exercising, and then he comes up and says, "Do people confuse you for a man or something?" And then she replies with, "Do people confuse you?" You know what I mean? And it's just hilarious. I think it's a brilliant film, but I think the first film is the much better film as a horror film. I think the claustrophobia of the first film is brilliant, really. Yeah, I do love the cats in both.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Sharif, but Matt, what do you reckon, dude?
All right. Well, first off, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's got so many cool parts in it. Like when I first saw the movie poster pop up on the screen, I could hear Bill Paxton in my head going, "Game over, man! Game over!" I also like Bill Paxton's movie because when Ripley tells him, "Well, she managed to survive here for 6 months without any adults and all this," he goes, "Well, it's great, man. Just put her in charge." But also it's like the Space Marine thing was so badass, and you can't tell me that Halo was not influenced by a little bit of the Space Marine thing with its Spartans. But as far as a horror film, though, this is an action sci-fi film. So I can't really add it to this list though, because Alien, the first Alien, I love that, and I actually probably love this movie more, to be honest with you, because I'm an action. As Bo knows, I'm an action film junkie, and I'm a big James Cameron fan. But what the first one did was just so terrifying, to be in space with this horrible thing, And we get back to the same thing we've talked about with several movies tonight, like The Others, The Shining, and The Thing. This isolated feeling. You're in a confined space with this thing that's wanting to kill you. So, yeah, although this movie does terrify me, like anything on the face like that, like this thing's trying to basically, pardon my language, fuck you in the face. Which is really terrifying, and they have to pop out of your chest. And there's so many great like scenes in this film. So, but I can't like say that I would put this on like to use a United States term, the Mount Rushmore of or evergreen, as you guys are saying. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Now we move on to Elan's third one. What the hell is this?
I've never seen it
You haven't
either.
seen this. You haven't seen it.
I don't remember it. I think I have.
Oh, it's got
The
Anya. It's a brilliant film. This one, it's absolutely amazing. I think it had a £4 million budget or something, and they made and I think it made like 40 million at the box office or something. But it's basically about a pagan family around Salem, and these weird things start happening. Firstly, with like the animals they take care of, and then the family, and like people start dying. And the ending of this film is like incredible. It completely, it just encapsulates you. Really, it's an incredible scene where, well, I can spoil it. So Anya Taylor-Joy ends up being an actual witch in the family, and she's basically slowly cursed them all and killed everybody off. And then she finally, undresses, takes her clothes off, walks into the woods, and then all of these other witches join into this wood. It's a join into a coven in the center. It's you don't know where this film's going to go really until the ending, and there's some scenes in it like Katie Dickey, the mother, and she's just sitting there like believing that this is her child. But it's not, like she's breastfeeding the child, and there's this monster eating her basically slowly, and she's just there like sitting there singing. Yeah, a raven. Yeah, and she's just singing to the child. And the score for this film is like it is incredible. I think I've sent something. So the composer requested a luthier, like a guitar maker, to build a machine called the Apprehension Engine, or it's been called by fans now the Death Machine. And what he would do is, it's like pieces of metal, and he'd use a bow and like springs from a back of a guitar amp, like a spring reverb from a back of a guitar amp, to create the sound effects for this film. Mm-hmm. But the score as well, and he would record himself playing this machine. I don't know if you could show it without the sound on, Bo. I think that's okay. I think that's fair rights, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, okay. And he would record himself, and then what he would do is he would take samples of that recording. So it's like the noises of metal scraping against each other and these sort of things. And then he would, and then he would distort some of that signal to increase the overtones, and then he would add reverb and delay and stuff. And it's like the sound of slate scratching on a chalk scratching on a piece of slate and stuff. And that's how he's created the entire soundtrack out of noises that you hate hearing in real life. It is an incredible film, and I think everybody should watch it. I think it's going to be, like we're going to talk about this film the same way that we're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street or The Shining in like 20 years' time, in my opinion. I really think it is that good. It is that good, and I can't believe none of you have seen it apart from Max.
No, I think I have. I really don't remember it. So I have to watch it again.
Yeah, and it's got Ralph Ineson in it, who's the father, and he's got like this really timbre, heavy tone with like a really heavy northern accent, like a northern English accent. And he's brilliant in the film. Like,
So what do you want to show exactly?
Sorry,
What did you want me to show?
the video of the apprehension engine.
The apprehension engine. Okay.
Yeah, apprehension engine. Yeah.
I have a question for Harvey Peakar's Ghost, because you mentioned Eddington, but I don't see how that's related to this film because they're different directors. Because that's an Ari Aster film. This is Robert Eggers' film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. The apprehension engine.
Yeah, it's just honestly, the more you look into this film, the more you see the ingenuity that was involved in creating it, with how limited the budget was, because most of the budget went to the actors. So this is the apprehension engine that he created. Yeah. So he's recording himself playing these different tones and stuff.
That's cool.
To make the score for this film. And what's funny is the score of this film has been so influential that almost every horror film that has followed it has copied it and built one of these to be able to be made to other films as well.
Right. Yeah.
So,
or similar things like in Hereditary,
yeah.
you have the score by Colin Stetson, who is a saxophone player.
Yeah.
And the entire score is just him on a saxophone.
Yeah.
Like everything that you're hearing on the score is just the saxophone performance.
Which is very similar to the Miles Davis film, the French Miles Davis
the French
film.
one that I can't remember. The Elevator to the Gallows is what it's called in English.
Yeah. Where he was just sitting there watching it and playing on top with a 4-piece, was it? Or 3-piece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the right setting again. So
honestly, I'm gonna push hard for this film to be on the Mount Rushmore, like really hard, because it deserves to be on there.
Out of the modern films, I'd say this is the best one that we've selected.
Okay, so who was next? Because I've lost the order now, because I was going in order of the cameras.
I think Matt is next.
Matt, yeah.
Matt?
I have never seen this movie, but you've sold me on it because it's got Anna Taylor-Joy in it, and I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And I like this guy. He directed Nosferatu. So.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I'm probably going to get. This is where I'm going to get roasted. All right. You're probably like, Matt, why did you pick Friday 13th Part 4, the final chapter? Because it definitely was not the final chapter, right?
Yeah.
They said it several times, and of course, because to me, this is Jason Voorhees at his height with a hockey mask, just throwing people through windows and shit. And just, I don't know. It's just, it's not like going to win an Oscar. It's not going to win an Academy Award. But I think the casting for this one was probably the best that they'd had to this point in a Friday movie. Also, this is the one actually where Jason is the killer with a hockey mask, which is what everybody associates with this failure, though it doesn't make sense, because how was she so mad at all these people for her son drowning if he was still alive? But there is a theory about that he is a deadite. If you ever see Jason Goes to Hell, yes, if you ever see Jason Goes to Hell, the dagger from Evil Dead is in the film, and so is the Book of the Dead.
I remember the Book of the Dead. I don't remember the dagger, though.
The dagger's in it, too, if you go back and watch it. So a lot of people think that his mother had found this ancient Sumerian text and had brought her son back, and it brought him back evil. But anyway, there's some great stuff in this movie, especially Crispin Glover trying to dance, which is frightening on its own, because he's like,
how bad was that?
Yeah, him and Ed Harris from Creepshow should have a dance off.
Man, that was some of the weirdest dancing I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, and plus, I'll tell you what's worth the price of admission on this movie is Judy Aronson skinny dipping in the lake. I'm just saying, there are some brutal kills in this movie. You got Corey Feldman in this movie. He wasn't as that known at the time, and him playing the little Tommy Jarvis. He made the Halloween mask, and like he got in a character, and then he does what everybody else should have done in these movies from part one on. You get Jason down, you just keep on going, right?
Keep doing it. Keep going.
And I don't know. I just love this movie. I don't know. It's just, it brings me back. I picked it for nostalgic reasons because I remember watching this movie when I was a kid. I grew up with this franchise, and I was trying to pick one. I didn't want to pick the first one for some reason. I just was feeling a little cheeky, so I picked one with Jason with a hockey mask in it, and he's just a total killing machine in this movie. And also, it's got one of these crazy scenes because actually, part 1, 2, and 3, and 4 take place within the same time period. I mean, kind of. Now, part 1, there's like a year after, right? But 2 and 3 and 4 take place right back to back to back. Because there was like a different camp. They were part of the lake where he went in and killed in part 2, and then he comes in part 3, and then they find his body at the beginning of part 4, and they take it to the morgue, and it's got a real creepy dude watching women do jazzercise on the TV. And he's trying to make out with a nurse, and he just like the way he kills him, like the nurse in there too, is like wild, and like it's just the kill scenes. This is just a fun movie. I know a lot of people get killed in it, but it's got everything I want in a slasher film: gratuitous sex, nudity, violence, and a crazy killer. All right, and a cool ending.
Alon, what do you think of this one?
Well, I don't think I've seen this one, so I've got to explore Jason far more, really. So moving along.
Okay.
Which one is this again? Is it number 5 or 6 or
4?
4? Right, because they
Is it
told.
4?
Yeah, it's 4.
I thought it was 3. Okay, sorry.
Because what I remember of this film is that they tricked Tom Savini to come back to do the movie because he didn't want to do it because they told him it's going to be the last one. And then, well, it wasn't. So I do this thing every October where I watch a horror franchise leading up to Halloween. And I started that a few years ago by watching all the Friday 13th movies. They're the most mind-numbingly boring movies I've ever seen. The only one I really enjoyed was Jason X. The other ones are so dull. You just stare at the screen, watching people be dumb, and then there's nudity, and then people die. And that happens like every movie.
Yeah.
But that sells. Clearly.
I still argue for it to be on the list more than the other.
Sharif, how many of these have you seen?
Just the first one because when I caught wind of what the sequels were gonna be, just like Max said, it's more of the same. But maybe I might be enticed to watch the much later ones. But
watch Jason X. Just watch that one. Just see him go to space. Just see him beat people to death with sleeping bag with a person in it.
Have you seen Judy Aronson skinny dipping in this movie? Okay, you might change your mind. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Yes, that's exactly why I think that. I'm sorry.
Matt got me with nudity, so
I guess I'm going to jump on toxic masculinity right now, so I apologize. But yeah, I told you I was going to get it. I knew I was going to get it for this one, but I had to take it. Sorry.
I appreciate you taking the attention off of Elan's picks.
Could this franchise be one of those? It's so bad it's good.
You know, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I mean, the picks I wanted to pick, like, you know, some of you did pick, and then one wasn't picked that hasn't been picked at all.
Which one? Psycho.
The original Alien actually was the pick that I was going to put, but yeah, I thought somebody would pick that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've gone through them all. Now we need to come up with the actual list, right? We need Crisis for this.
Whoa! We haven't talked about Psycho.
No, that was just the bonus one that I picked.
But we haven't gone through 3 of yours, have we?
Yeah, we have.
Have we? Well, maybe we should change our votes around now and put Psycho in there, so we look a bit more professional and like that we know what we're talking about.
No, come on. Let's go through it. Okay. So we'll just go over it, right? So why is it cutting people out here when I do that? Hang on, one sec.
Jason took 2 of his towels. Okay, that's what it was.
All right. So my 3 were Scream, Blair Witch, and Halloween. So Sharif, you need to vote for those 3. Give it a yes, no, yes, a yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
no,
wait. Just throw your. He only gets 1 vote for your 3 choices.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So Sharif,
Which one?
Scream, Blair Witch, Scream.
You're gonna go Scream, Sharif?
Scream.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see, now you saw what he picked.
Crisis.
Yeah.
Wind it back. We're not holding back on our tastes on
That's right.
on our opinions yet.
Yeah, look, even when I brought that up, Peter, I even said I know, okay, I know. But I gave a good reason, at least I thought I did.
But
Which one are you picking, Matt?
I wasn't the only one, Crisis. See what I'm saying? All right.
Which one are you picking, Matt? Halloween,
Matt, which
yeah?
one?
Me?
Yeah.
Halloween.
Out of this 3.
Halloween, okay.
Halloween, definitely.
All right. Max?
Halloween, easily.
Halloween. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also picking Halloween, so that's your winner there, is Halloween, okay?
All right.
Yeah, who's next?
I'm just gonna do order in the pictures that I'm looking at to make it easier for me. So that would be you, Elan. Your first was The Others. Your second...
wait, no. My first was Alien, my second was Psycho, and my third was The Witch.
Your first was The Others. Your second was The Babadook. And the third was The Witch. Matt, do you have to pick one, or can you say no to them all?
No, don't be a jerk.
No. One that I've seen, The Others. Okay, I'll pick The Others because I haven't seen the other 2. I'm gonna have to go watch those 2 now.
You're gonna have to just trust me with the Witch, because I want that on the final board because it's gonna look stupid.
I'm gonna watch that later today because of you recommending it, by the way.
Well, with what you've said about the Friday the 13th, you're going to enjoy the final scene of The Witch.
I don't know the little...
Oh, please, can people pick The Witch? God almighty.
I had to pick The Others because I haven't seen the other one, so I'm sorry.
No, you can pick something you haven't watched just by me being convincing.
All right, Sharif, which one do you pick?
Same with Matt. Others, because I've not seen the other 2.
Oh dear God, no. Yeah, both of you pick The Witch, please.
Max, which one?
Oh, The Witch, easily. That's the far superior film. I'm genuinely shocked that you haven't seen it.
No, I said I think I have. It's just...
Yeah, you have, because we talked about it before. We've talked about it on this stream before.
I meant the group that people haven't seen it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like modern horror films. This is the one.
Please pick The Witch, Bo. Please, or I'm gonna start crying.
How can I pick The Witch when I blatantly have said that I don't remember it?
Oh, are we just gonna have an Aussie representative at the end? Is this what we're going for here?
I'm gonna go with The Others, man. If I have to, look, I don't want to pick any of them.
Oh,
I have to pick one.
Damn. This is backfired.
I haven't seen the other 2. I can make it make sense because I've never seen the other 2, so I have to pick what I know.
I'm actually looking forward to hearing your thoughts on The Witch, actually, Matt, to be honest.
I will let you know as soon as
I
watch it.
All right. Has everyone gone for Elan's?
Yeah, the others weren't. Oh, no. Yeah, the others weren't. Yeah, okay.
No, it's not. Okay,
now it's Matt's one. I'll go first. We've got The Thing, The Shining, and oh my God, this is really tough, actually.
Well, The Shining is doubled because I have that one as well.
I'm gonna go Friday the 13th, man.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with The Thing for me. Friday the 13th for you. What were you saying, Sharif?
Shining.
Shining.
All right.
Okay. What are you
What
gonna
was
say,
yours,
Max?
The Thing.
Okay.
Thing.
The Thing won that one.
All right. All right. Next up, we have Max's, which is Evil Dead 2, The Shining, and Gremlins. Matt, go for it.
The Shining.
The Shining. Okay.
Yeah, The Shining for me too as well. Yeah.
All right. Sharif?
Can I? If I've done Shining before, do I need to do Shining here?
Oh no, you can choose whatever you want. If you think Gremlins is a better film to put on the board,
Yeah.
you can pick Gremlins.
Evil Dead 2.
There
Okay.
you go.
My guy.
I'm going with Gremlins.
Okay. The Shining won that one. Do you know what? Actually, I changed my vote. I'm going to put Gremlins though,
Hell
because
yeah.
I want a film to make it on the final board that you can actually watch with, you know. Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
what I'm known for, a shocking lack of consistency.
And last but not least, we have Sharif's The Exorcist, Nightmare on Elm Street, or Aliens. Matt, please go first, dude.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm
Okay.
Street. All right. Elan?
The Exorcist has to be for me. I think it's a perfect film, really.
Okay. Why? Hang on, my screen is doing something weird. All right, there we go. All right, you said The Exorcist.
Yep.
Max?
Exorcist.
Okay.
Exorcist as
I'd
well.
say, like,
Okay.
Same with along with The Shining, they're probably the best ones that we have in the entire.
Okay. This final board's going to be hilarious.
list.
So we have
Can I
Halloween. We have Halloween.
Hang on. I haven't voted, mate.
Yeah, you said
Jeez.
the Exorcist. You said The Exorcist. The Sharif hasn't voted,
What?
Exorcist.
but it's Exorcist. Okay, yeah, Exorcist has won there. Come on. There you go.
Oh, well, I was going to say The Exorcist, so I won't argue.
Yeah, well, you did say The Exorcist. That's why I jotted it down. Like, come on, mate. Get with it. Okay, so our final picks for the final four, we have to get rid of one now, and I know which one's going. So we've got Halloween.
Okay.
We've got The Others. we've got The Thing. We've got Gremlins, and we have The Exorcist. So out of all of those films, which one are you getting rid of?
Hang on. How have we got so many?
There's five of us. There's five of us, and we have to pick a final four. So one has to leave now. So which one of those films do you guys vote to get rid of?
Oh man. Okay. Can you go through that again for the people that are a bit
Yes.
slow?
So
Do
the first
Go- do
film, the first
running-
film
Hang on.
is
Wait a
Halloween.
minute. There we go. Halloween is in
Halloween.
it.
Yeah, Halloween is in it.
Okay.
Okay, The Others is in it. Oh, it's a great film, but
It is.
not quite. You know, it's not at the level of The Others. The Thing,
The Thing. Yep. Okay.
yeah, which is Matt's pick, that one. Then we've got Gremlins, which is Max's choice, which he'll be quite happy about because I think Gizmo is giving him emotional support in the background. And then The Exorcist, which is Sharif. Is that Sharif's pick or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So those are the final 5 films. So you have to kick one away. So
I'm kicking out The Thing.
you're kicking out The Thing. Okay.
I am.
Yeah. Which one are you kicking out,
My God.
Sharif?
it's a toss up between Gremlins and The Others.
Which one's really a horror film?
I
Aussie representation on the
I think
final vote.
Well, I think the other would classify more of a horror than Gremlins, so I'm picking up Gremlins.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Matt?
Well, I mean, I love all these movies a lot, but I hate to say I have to vote against Gremlins because it's more of a Christmas movie to me.
Okay. Max, how about you?
I'm leaving it.
Max is sad.
The others.
The
Obviously.
others. Okay. And
The one that's boring.
my final vote. Who am I kicking? Well, I'll just pick the Gremlins as well. I'll just kick something stupid, like something brilliant. Oh, I'll kick The Exorcist. And the Gremlins is the final book that's being kicked. So
Okay, so what's the final
our
evergreen
final
list?
our final evergreen list is Halloween,
Halloween. Yep.
The Others,
How is the
Oggy,
others?
Oggy. Oh, it's Aussie, isn't it? Okay, so I got that wrong.
What the hell is Oggy?
Oh, it's like a chant you say over here. So you have the Aussie. We say Oggy. It's the same song sort of thing. But but Oggy is just a Cornish pasty. It's like a baked thing with steak in it. It's nice.
Okay, so we have Halloween. We have the others. What else do we have?
We have the thing.
What? How did the thing make it?
Because it's brilliant, and you should be quiet now. Or The Exorcist. And The Exorcist.
And The Exorcist. So
Yeah.
okay, so Exorcist thing. How did Scream not make it on?
Because you chose Halloween as well, and it's I think Halloween has more of an impact than Scream. I think.
I point out that 2 John Carpenter films made the final 4.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, which is fantastic. Should have been all 4.
We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's well.
All right. We're going to have a word from our sponsor, and then I'm going to ask everybody around the room what is the movies that actually scared the shit out of them when they were a kid, and then we're going to wrap up. We'll see you soon.
Comic Bookaroo, proud sponsors of Aussieverse for all your comic book needs. Graphic novels, hardcovers, omnibuses, single issues. Don't forget to pre-order every Sunday at Comic Bookaroo.
Your thoughts on The Hunger? Which one was The Hunger?
Is that the one with David Bowie? Is that the one with David Bowie? From the 80s, I think David Bowie. If it's the one with David Bowie in it, I think it's freaking awesome because David Bowie is awesome.
Yeah, David Bowie. Okay.
Yes, I love that movie actually.
A film that truly scared me was The Platform. It's like it's a Spanish film, and it's just about these. Yeah, it's basically just this platform where they have a banquet at the top, and then it keeps going down the different levels of the building until there's absolute scraps at the bottom where it's just bones basically left, and then they climb up and fight each other. And that is a film that scared me. That is a film that scared me. Yeah.
Crisis. There's actually there's 2 descents, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one continues straight after the first one.
The first one is terrifying to me. That
They're both good.
Yeah.
They're both good. But what's some? I've got 2 movies that absolutely scared the absolute crap out of me when I was a kid, and that was The Fly, or was it The Fly 2?
Yeah.
Was it The Fly or The Fly? I think it was The Fly 2. And then the Communion. Anyone remember that alien film, Communion?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh my God! To this day, grey-eyed aliens scare the shit out of me.
Fire in the Sky.
The one film I watched when I was about maybe 9 or 10 was The Ring, and that really scared me when I was that age. It really scared me at that age, yeah. Because at that bit where she's pulling the the piece of hair out of her mouth, it really made me physically want to gag. Do you know what I mean? It
I was
just,
in my 20s when I saw that movie, and her coming out of that TV screen scared the shit out of me.
yeah.
Have any of you seen the movie Society?
Society, no, that doesn't ring a bell.
It's like an 80s body horror movie, which, if you're going to watch that movie, watch it while you're sober.
Okay.
Tell me what to do, Max. Sorry, what's one that scared the crap out of you, dude?
Japanese movie. It's called Dark Water. It's about this young girl who lives with her mom in an apartment building, where she sees just shadows just around the corner. And do you want to reveal what's causing all that?
Yeah.
Apparently, one of the young kids who lived in that apartment building drowned in the water tower up in the roof. So once in a while, people who turn on the taps will have black hair coming out from the tap. They fill up the tub, and then that girl will just rise up from the tub full of water. And yeah,
that sounds scary. Okay, fair enough then.
I think I've seen that one.
Matt, well, you've mentioned a few that scared you, but did you mention like the one when you were a kid? I've lost track of.
It was one of my picks. It was The Shining. It just terrified me as a kid. But now I'm going to cheat here because I want to pick one that terrified me as an adult as well. And I think the movies come out of Japan. There's just something about the way they make those horror films. There's one that came out called Audition.
Oh yeah.
And that is just, to me, there's like a scene where you think he meets this nice girl, right? And he calls her on the phone, and she's sitting in the corner, and then behind her, like, and the camera is like a body bag, and it pops up and starts moving around. You're like, what the hell is going on? And then she takes out I don't know what you call the thing. It's like with a wire, and they
piano wire.
Yeah, and she cuts his ankle off with it, for God's sake. She's just smiling and giggling the whole time she does it. That's so disturbing to me. So
yeah, so in that scene, she has like paralyzed the person, but he can still feel everything.
Yeah.
So he can't move, but he's aware of everything that's going on.
What's it called?
Audition or The Audition.
The Audition. Yeah.
Audition. Okay.
Reanimator is freaky as hell.
Did we hear yours, Max?
No, mine would be when I was growing up, I saw the It miniseries on TV, like
yeah.
But I watched it when I was like 7, and that messed me up for a while. And also I think I mentioned it last time we did the Omnidog thing, but The Witches with Angelica Houston and Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
Not because of The Witches, because at the start of the movie, the grandmother has this flashback story of her friend as a child who then got abducted, and you just saw her walk down an alleyway and like in the dark, and then just get kidnapped by a woman, and like an adult. And I was like, well, that can happen. There's no supernatural thing, about kidnapping.
Yeah, right. Oh, jeez. Yeah, fair enough then. And Elan, what movie hasn't scared you?
What hasn't scared me? Oh gosh, I don't know. I was pretty scared watching the Scooby-Doo movies that came out in the mid 2000s. Those were just like oddly very sexual like movies. It didn't really make. I don't think it was a child's film.
No, that was made by adults that really had the hots for like Daphne and Thelma.
That hasn't scared. Oh, I don't know. A film that I watched for the first time recently was Edward Scissorhands. That I'd never seen it before, and I absolutely adored that film. I love the ending of that film with Winona Ryder and oh gosh, why has his name escaped me? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Claudia has actually said to me that she wants to watch that because she's only seen it when she was a kid and it freaked her out. And she knows now as an adult it won't freak her out.
Yeah,
but because it did when you're a kid, you've got that bit of
the message of the film is so powerful as well. I just thought it was a
wrong with scissors.
No, it's just the fact how people treat people who are different in society, like just act differently or behave differently.
I mean, it's definitely Tim Burton's most autobiographical film because it's about a weird, goth that gets attention and then gets exploited for his ability.
Yeah.
Great score as well with Danny Elfman. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Danny.
I mean, I'm surprised one of his films didn't actually get picked by any of us, to be honest. I wouldn't consider them horror movies or scary. Yeah.
It's not really scary. It's just gothic kind of.
But they're all great films, like beginner horror films to bring your children up watching.
Yeah, I know your picks didn't really take into the notion that they had to be scary, but
Yeah, I should have. I'll be more vocal next time on what we're doing. If we have any integrity after our choices on the show.
I do want to thank you guys though for putting your time out, Elan. I know that you don't have that much time, and Max, you always pretend that you do, and then you just dump me like I'm some kind of bitch. But I do appreciate you guys on. It really warms the heart. And Matt, you yourself. So we had Steve was meant to come on, but then I forgot. Steve told me he was busy. Then I had another mate that was coming on, and then he cancelled. And I'm like, why didn't I invite Matt from the start? He does streams about movies all the time, and you said yes straight away. So thank you very much, dude. I appreciate it.
And it's 5:46 a.m. where I'm at. So
bless
you.
A proper trooper. Yeah.
Should we end it by each of us giving a movie recommendation, something the other persons might not have seen?
I hate no idea. No, we're just going to end it. All right, guys.
I have a good one for you.
Who's saying the catchphrase this time?
No, I'm joking. It was a great idea, Max. What's your movie, dude?
Slaughterhouse.
So I saw the poster for that. Is that really that? Is that good? Is it?
I was thoroughly entertained.
Can you say the name of that again in case people didn't get that?
Slaughterhouse. Can you pull up the poster?
Yes, I can. Bloody oath I can.
So to summarize, it's basically about a sloth that joins a sorority thing, and then murders happen.
In slow-mo.
Oh my God. This kind of reminds me of a movie I watched the other day with Gary Busey called The Ginger Dead Man.
Ginger Dead Man.
It's so terrible. Have you ever seen Thanksgiving? That one's terrible too.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving with the turkey. The turkey. Did you see Thanksgiving 3, where the plot is that that Thanksgiving 2 was too awful, so they didn't make it. Now and then they were on the quest to find that DVD.
Well, the crazy thing about Thanksgiving is the turkey gets inside a guy's belly and it pops itself out like the alien, and it goes gobble gobble motherfucker, and then it looks, and then the turkey looks straight at the camera and says, "That's what I call foul play."
Right.
So terrible.
I like when Turkey shows up to the dad's house and he has the Groucho Marx glasses, nose, and mustache on, and then the dad is fully convinced that it's a human being and just invites him over, and then they have like a drink together.
That's not my recommendation, though.
What's your recommendation, Matt?
All right. I'm going to prove with this recommendation I'm not just into schlocky movies. I saw a movie by one of my favorite directors this year, Paul Thomas Anderson, called One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
Starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
And it had a breakout role for this young actress. I can't remember her name all of a sudden, but
Chase Infinity.
Chase Infinity. This girl is going to be a star. Sean Penn is insane in this movie. He makes you hate him. You want everything bad to happen to him. The pacing is amazing to me. It's like almost a 3-hour movie, but you don't get. I didn't get tired watching it, and it's got. It kind of speaks to kind of what some of the stuff we're going through in our time period right now, at least where I live at. I don't know. I'm speaking for myself, but it really spoke to me. I mean, I think it's Paul Thomas Anderson's best film since There Will Be Blood, and I highly recommend it if you've not seen it.
Great score as well by Johnny Greenwood.
Yeah, great. Yeah, Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead does the score. Amazing.
Elan, what's your recommendation?
Oh, can I give 3?
No.
Yeah, so I am.
Go ahead.
The first. I'll just tell you what
Do I
sort
get
of film,
2
because
more then?
I've been watching older films like like 1960s, 1950s films, or before then. But there's one Welsh horror film called Gwledd. I'll put the name in the chat box. It basically means the feast. Think Hannibal Lecter inviting everybody around for dinner.
Oh,
That's how I describe the film. Yeah, but it's
right.
all in Welsh. It's a really great film. One that I watched recently, which is an older film that was brilliant, was Witness for the Prosecution. It's got Mari Trick in it. That is a brilliant film. And another one I watched recently was The Apartment, which is quite The Apartment. Yeah, it's a really great comedy film, but with a really nice message towards the end. Yeah, but there's fantastic twists and turns in Witness for the Prosecution. Yeah, and it's got brilliant actors in it. Yeah, like golden age actors. Yeah, so yeah.
Sharif, what's your recommendation? Oh, wait a minute. Didn't you say you had 3?
I've given 3.
All right, Sharif, what's your recommendation?
If he gets to do 3, I get to do another one.
Well, recently I've been binge watching lots of martial arts movie, and this 2-parter, The Raid and The Raid 2.
Yes.
Lots of blood, weapon use, a lot of long shot scenes, one take, and the whole choreography. I'm a martial arts freak, so love those kind of movies.
Beautiful. All right, mine's The Greatest Showman. It's the greatest movie that I've ever made.
Yeah. Do you sing along with it as well?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
I fucking love that movie, mate.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
That's all we got.
And go see Big Trouble in China because it's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
What?
I know. I've always said I need to watch them, and I've never seen them.
Can you watch it and then can we do a stream about that movie?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Sure.
The Philadelphia Story, that's a good one. I like that movie.
Is that the Tom Hanks one? Yeah, that's just
No, that's just Philadelphia.
Jimmy Stewart, Catherine Hepburn, and I think Cary Grant maybe is in it. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Did they not make a sequel for Big Channel?
Might not be. I may be thinking something else. Big Trouble in China? No, they didn't make a sequel.
Oh, okay.
No, I think the Carpenter Kurt Russell thing you're thinking of is Escape from LA and Escape from New York.
Yeah.
That's one. Yeah, that's one I'm thinking of.
Wait a minute.
LA though, but
Oh my god, I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, it's got Kim Cattrall in it, hasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody
It's
hell.
brilliant. It's it's not like okay, this movie's going to win an Oscar, or an Academy Award or whatever, or a Golden Globe, but it's just a fun movie. That's all I'll say about that. But I'm a little bit biased because I'm a John Carpenter super fan. So
Actually, Swallow. Watch that one. That was on my recommendations.
Yeah, that's one I want to watch because you've brought it up. Yeah.
Since I have a show called Bad Cinema, I'm going to recommend a bad movie that's actually good to watch. If you remember,
Of course, my friend, go for it.
Samurai Cop. It's hilarious.
Samurai.
It's the most unintentional comedy I've ever seen in my life.
Samurai.
Yeah, that's a fun one. With what does katana mean? It means Japanese sword.
The lead actor had long hair when they started filming. So after he got through filming, he goes, "I want to cut my hair because I want to do a new, he's trying to do another role." So they go, "Wait a minute, we have reshoots to do." He's like, "Well, nobody told me." So they went across the street, got a woman at a wig shop, and got a woman's wig. And so there are scenes where it's got his real hair, and he's got this stupid hat on, and it's obviously a wig, and it's got like the Rachel bangs from like Friends. I don't know if you guys over there know what I'm talking about, but like it's got these bangs, and it's also obviously a female wig, and it's just so ridiculous. And it's got Robert Zadar in it, who was in Maniac Cop. So that's all you need to know about it.
I'll tell you what, I always loved the movie, the Val Kilmer one anyway. Oh my God, the Animal Island one. I've gone totally blank.
Island of Dr.
Moreau, yeah. And I had no idea the issues they had when they were making it, and someone told me they made a doco about it, and I saw it.
Yeah.
And that was some weird stuff, man. Like the director getting fired and then him sneaking back into his set dressed as one of the animals and being in one of the scenes dancing around. And it was wild, man. Really, really wild. And they were all complaining about Marlon Brando and how hard it was to work with him and how much crap they gave him. And man, you've got to check out that doco. It was, even if you don't like the film, just watch the doco.
The documentary is great.
Yeah. There's my other recommendation. There you go. All right. Anything else, guys, before we go?
No.
Happy holidays.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Very good.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's
Happy
time for
holidays.
grievances.
I hope Krampus doesn't come and give us all a visit.
I actually watched that movie the other day. It's pretty good, actually. I thought it was pretty
Yeah, it's really fun.
Every time I hear Krampus now, I think of that one that was slapping the rock in that other Christmas movie.
Red one.
Yeah.
That was fun. I had a good time with that movie.
I didn't mind it, man. I got to admit, that Krampus one I love. This whole slapping thing. That was great. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Please come on more. Let us know when you're free. We'll get you back. In the meantime, please tell us, what is Aussieverse? 1, 2, 3.
Or live.
All right, baby.
Oh, yeah. That.
Seriously, like, no, we wanted to do an intro and he wouldn't do it, so now he's going to be stuck with the outro.
What am I going to say? I need to say something poignant. Oh, I will actually. Yeah, so think of somebody that maybe you've lost touch with or lost the connection with, and just send them a nice little message over Christmas, checking up on how they are, and try and rebond that relationship with them. That's my advice for people.
Come on, Max, you can do better than that.
Can you give me Cliff as well, or no?
No, I can give you... There you go.
Something better than that? Just try to remember, just to be nice to yourself.
Oh,
I can't imagine being on my deathbed wishing I was more critical of myself in my life.
Matty,
I'm only just noticing the crown.
I guess I'd say, enjoy the time you have with your family, because you don't know how much time you got. I just lost a friend of mine in the community, Kirby. He went under the name Kirby the Duck Bull, and he was formerly known as Under the Cow MS. He had multiple sclerosis. He got an illness last week, and he tragically passed away. So enjoy the time you have with your loved ones, especially during the holidays, because you never know how long it's going to last.
Oh boy, good luck following that one, Sharif.
Go spend money, go spend time with your family, but don't spend money on your family. So,
eat lots of chocolate, mince pies. You know, be a bit of a glutton.
Well done. We will be back soon with more shows. Thank you very much for joining us. This has been Aussieverse, and we are always for life.